video is powered by StakeMate, the UK's #1 social football betting app.
AFTV, Lee, 3-0 to the Arsenal. You called 4-0 before the game.
Yeah.
But for a long time it was still sitting at 1-0. What did you make of the game?
Well, listen, we played really well. Probably should have won by more. I'm going to say it now. I thought we played really, really well today. I thought we played really, really well, apart from in the final third when we missed a few chances. But some of the play, what we've done to open them up and that was unbelievable. Is there a little bit of pressure off us because of that at the moment? I don't know if we could play like that if the pressure's really on, if something happens.
Well, the pressure's on.
Well,
the pressure's on because you know if you lose a game, you're dead.
But it'd be more pressure if they did slip up. But listen, you know, you never know. Like my favourite film is Dances with Wolves. You know what I mean? So Kevin Costner, I love Kevin Costner. Team Wolf. You know what I mean? Like, so let's go. You know what I mean? So listen, listen. That today was fantastic. It was a really, really good game. It was a little bit of a worry at one stage when was it going to be one of those games? But, you know, some fantastic performances out there today.
Yeah, who stood out for you?
Well, Tommy Asu at left back, I thought had a very, very good game. I think it was underestimated how good he was today.
A very good player.
I thought tremendous. And he caused him all problems, but he dug in there. And I'll tell you what, it was the right decision to play Tommy Asu today because he had to defend and defend well, done it really well. Dare I say it? Declan Rice again, absolutely outstanding in there, you know, got the goal. I thought he was brilliant in there. Odegaard, fantastic. Kai Havertz again, brilliant. Saka, I thought had a very, very good game. The one good thing about Arsenal at the moment, like a couple of years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, it was who had a good game. You know what I mean? But now they're all having good games, you know. I thought they all played really, really well. Trossard again today, I thought he was struggling a little bit, but when it mattered,
That's the thing about him. I mean, you know,
when it mattered, he takes his chance, bang,
we
goal.
had a couple of people come on there already today say that last guy was saying that he thinks he's the most underrated player in the Premier League.
Well, yeah, because you know, I can see why that is. I can see why people would think that, because you know, sometimes he misses some. You know, he's not dynamic as certain players and whatever. But when it comes, we was not under pressure, but we needed that second goal. Yeah. And when it mattered, when you needed it, he delivers. You know,
and a great finish, composed first time.
Should have been, yeah, exactly, brilliant. You know, Declan Rice today was unbelievable in there. But I'll tell you why Declan Rice played really well today and Odegaard played really well today, because they've got that insurance of party in there, right? You know, it means that they can go on and do their bits and not worry about it. Again, I thought he was brilliant, like, you know. So listen, it was I got Bournemouth for a decent side as well. I thought I had a really, you know, they tested us. They had a go. They didn't have the pressure of whatever, so it was a test for us. Flying colours, come through it in flying colours.
Come through it in flying colours. Can any favours be done? Talk about the 40th minute. What happened in the 40th minute?
Oh yeah, the 40th minute, like for you know.
Oh yes, sorry, my friend. Sorry, that was brilliant today. That was classy, and I got to big it up to for those fans, the Ashburton Army guys behind the goal. They held up that banner. Rest in peace, Daniel. For people watching this who may not realise what happened, he was murdered this week in yet another incident, a knife crime in London. It was absolutely in Hainault. Sorry, it was absolutely awful.
Yeah. He was a big
he was a big Arsenal fan, so that was brilliant. They also done a minute's applause for him at the start of the game as well.
It was, you know, just again like classy Arsenal, you know, and it was class from the fans. Fantastic from the fans to do that, and it was a poignant moment in the game, and you know, like. The Arsenal win and produced a performance that would have been, you know, fantastic for him as well, like, you know. So it's just, you know, it just puts a little bit of life into perspective, that does, doesn't it? Like, you know, how lucky we are, and we should like remember like life's precious.
Yeah. Listen. So are points, right?
Yeah.
City slip up along the line? Could it be Wolves today?
Well,
could it be Spurs?
Listen, forget about Spurs. They're not good enough. You know what I mean?
You don't think they could?
No, they're not good enough.
They're the one team in that running that they've got that have actually beaten them and drawn them.
Robbie, after about 10 minutes, we'll be going, how's that? Because we think it's cricket, because it'd be a cricket score. I'm not going down that route.
So you don't think Spurs can do it?
No. I've always had a very, very soft spot for Fulham. I like Craven Cottage, nice place, George Best and Rodney Marsh and all that, Alex Iwobi. I've got and Len Owen goal. Got a lot of time for them. Got a lot of time for that team in West London. They're certainly better than the other team in West London. And of course Wolves. We've had a lot nice hospitality up there, and But listen, get your prayer mats out and pray. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know in football. Listen, as I said earlier on, let's hope Rodri and De Bruyne have a fight and both get sent off. Let's hope something. You don't know, something crazy could be in that game today. By the way, been really bad tackle on Saka. A really bad tackle. He could have been sent off. So things like that can happen. They can get sent off in the first couple of minutes. You never know in football, And at the end of it, you're dead right what you said earlier on. They've got to go to that home game today, and they've got pressure on them. We put the pressure on. That's all we can do at this moment in time, is put a bit of pressure on and see what happens. But listen, all we got to do is win our next 2 games and see what happens. And if it's not good enough, so be it. And I can live with that. If we win our next 2 games and don't win it. I can live with it. But because I know that we'll go again next season, and the energy in that stadium today with the fans and everything, we're on the up. We've had some terrible times here, Robbie, terrible times. And this is what we've been wanting. It might not be quite enough, but I tell you what, I wouldn't swap what we got now to what it was 5-6 years ago, So we're going into what we're in May now. And we're going up to Manchester next week, in with a chance of winning the league. We weren't in. Listen, I don't want to go back to those days, Robbie. I mean, these are the days that I want. And if you have to suffer a little bit, we will. But at the end of it, that was a great performance today. And I don't care if you're whatever you're at. There's a lot of pride in that performance today, because there was pressure on us. They had nothing to lose, Bournemouth, and they were a very, very good side, but we dismantled them, and it could have been more. And some of the football we're playing at the moment is a pleasure to watch.
All right, so you're making a plea of Wolves today, then? Making a plea of Wolves, you're making a plea of Fulham?
Gary O'Neill should be manager of the year as far as I'm concerned. He's done a fantastic job there. Shouldn't have been sacked from these, but he's gone to Wolves and done an incredible job there. Steve Ball, remember how good he was? I used to follow Wolves there back in the day, They're my favourite team in the Midlands at this moment in time. So come on, Wolves!